thank you for giving me the Holy Spirit as a seal unto the day of redemption, salvation, rapture.
You hop inside my car. I got pictures, got candy, I'm a lovable man, and I can take you to the nearest star. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman. By now I'm sure you know that I love you, I need you, I want you, got to have your child. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. Hollywood. But if you wanna stay just like you are, you know I think you really should. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman. By now I'm sure you know that I love you, I need you, I want you, got to have your child. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. Oh, you know I do. Inside my car, I got pictures, candy, I'm a lovable man, and I can take you to the nearest star. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman. By now I'm sure you know that I love you, I need you, I want you, I got to have you. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. And I'm your vehicle, baby. I love you, I need you, I want you, got to have your child. Great God in heaven, you know I love you.
Lockdowns have basically been our own Garden of Gethsemane experience. We are in the Garden of Gethsemane. We should be spending this time talking to God, praying to God, preparing ourselves for what's coming. That's what Jesus did. You see, Jesus is the bridegroom. He went through his tribulation for us. So shouldn't we expect to go through tribulation for him? The Akedah, Abraham, had to prove to God that he trusted God. So he gave Isaac up. He was ready to give Isaac up. What are you ready to give up? You see, in order to go into the next season, you must not love your lives. You must not love anything about this world. Jesus said, anyone who loves father, mother, brother, sister, more than me, does not deserve me. He wasn't trying to say that we shouldn't love our wives and children and fathers and mothers. He was trying to say that a time will come when we will have to choose. Now, as I'm sure you can see, with those tearing down statues in the US, now calling for the tearing down of the statue of Christ because it's a symbol of white supremacy. That's how it begins. First the statues, then they'll come after the bride. They will come after the bride. Make no mistake about it. They are waiting for an event. You see, before that event, they can't move, because literally that event is when God gives them the authority to begin. And that event will involve something to do with New York. As you can see from the Economist telegraphing again, the second horse, of course, that is Donald Trump with his bow, the covenant, the peace plan that brings war. And then the red horse. See that the rider on the red horse has the crown of the Statue of Liberty and is wearing a mask, holding a sword, and a sword was given to him, and authority was given to him to take peace from the earth and to make men slay one another. This is the horse that's about to ride. And when this horse rides, everything changes. And then the hunt for the bride begins. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews 12 verse 2. So likewise, we must look unto Jesus. We must, knowing the joy that is set before us, endure whatever tribulation comes. We must despise the shame. Only then can we sit down with him on the right hand of the Father. When peace is taken, then the hunt is on. They will come after the bride. The following passage shows us the path that has been laid down for the bride. So Matthew 24, 9 to 13 tells us what's about to happen. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Stand firm, brothers and sisters. It's time to stand firm. Let go of everything in this world that you care about. You have to let it go. You have to trust that God is in total control, and whatever you lose, he will give back to you 1,000,000-fold. The time has come to let go. We are at the end of the age. We are at the end of the age. It is time to let go. So, the path of the bride must follow the path of the bridegroom. He was betrayed. So most likely, many will be betrayed. Now, I'm not saying that every single believer will go through this, because in Revelation 6, God says, when the believers who had been killed and were under the altar were crying out to God, "How long, O Lord, sovereign and true, will you not avenge our blood on those who are on the earth?" And God said to them, "Give them white robes and tell them to wait a while until the number of their brethren who must be slain had been slain." So there is a number There's a set of people who must die in this way, who must follow the path of Christ. So I don't think it'll be everyone, but I think everyone should be prepared to go through this. So as the bridegroom was betrayed, the bride will most likely be betrayed. As the bridegroom was handed over, the bride will probably be handed over. As the bridegroom was tried, the bride will probably be tried. As the bridegroom was scourged, so the bride will probably be scourged. As the bridegroom sat in the dungeon alone, having been abandoned, betrayed, so might the bride have to stand alone, having been abandoned and betrayed. As the bridegroom was condemned, so might the bride be condemned, or so will the bride be condemned. As the bridegroom bore the cross, so must the bride bear the cross. As the bridegroom went to Golgotha, the ultimate picture of the Akedah, so the bride must go to her Golgotha, the ultimate expression of the Akedah, the sacrifice of Isaac. You see, Yeshua died for us. Are we ready to lose our lives for his sake?